Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're going to completely revolutionize how you approach cooking and eating, specifically if you live in a micro household. You know, whether you're a single professional juggling a crazy career or a couple just trying to get weeknight dinners under control, cooking for just one or two people, it presents a really unique set of challenges. So we're going to break down a highly efficient, evidence-based culinary system that's designed to eliminate food waste, save you a ton of money, and honestly, just make you look forward to dinner time again.
Let's be real for a second. I want you to be totally honest with yourself. How much wilted, sad-looking spinach have you thrown away this year? I mean, we have all been there, right? You go to the grocery store, you have the absolute best of intentions, you buy those giant bags of leafy greens, and then, a week later, they're just this liquid mush in the bottom drawer of your fridge. It's a universal feeling of guilt. Those greens turn into what we call trash can culprits. Validating this struggle is really step one, because the system you're currently using, it just isn't built for a small household.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the micro-household dilemma, move right into strategic meal planning, learn how to build your essential pantry, master high-efficiency sheet pan cooking, and then finally, we'll lock down some smart food storage secrets.
Part 1. The Micro-Household Dilemma.
It really all comes down to behavioral psychology. Clinical insights actually show us that when cooking shifts from a shared social ritual into a solitary chore, the perceived value of all that effort just plummets. It is incredibly draining to spend an hour cooking and cleaning when it's just for you. And that burnout, it frequently leads to skipping meals, chronically relying on really expensive takeout, or falling back on the dreaded mono meal. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We make a massive pot of chili and just eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until you literally can't stand the sight of it.
So how do you find the drive to cook when that social motivation is just gone? Well, according to Harvard Health, energy is your biggest hook. Even if abstract goals like good health or disease prevention don't exactly motivate you on a tired Tuesday night, the immediate daily energy you get from a proper meal is a huge incentive. You absolutely need that energy to stay active, to see your family, and to actually engage in the hobbies you love.
Moving on to Part 2, Strategic Meal Planning.
Okay, here's your game plan for inventory-first meal planning. Before you even think about heading to the store, take inventory of what you already own. Don't let that quinoa just sit there collecting dust. Second, start actively tracking those trash can culprits we mentioned earlier. If you always end up tossing fresh spinach, just stop buying it. Third, plan meals that build on one another. Fourth, and this is an absolute must, schedule a lazy night. By actively planning to eat leftovers or a super low-effort meal on Thursday when you know you'll be dead tired, you completely remove the temptation of ordering $30 takeout. And finally, the golden rule: cook once, eat twice.
The real secret sauce here is this concept of ingredient overlapping. When you're cooking for one or two, you generally can't finish a whole head of cabbage in one sitting. But instead of eating the exact same meal over and over, you use that base ingredient across totally different flavor profiles. That purple cabbage, it becomes tacos on Tuesday and then an Asian stir-fry on Thursday. The quinoa serves as a hot breakfast bowl one morning and a savory dinner side the next. You roast one chicken and it's your main dish on Sunday and leftover chicken pita wraps on Monday. This is exactly how you conquer portion sizes without getting totally bored of your food.
Section 3. Build your essential pantry.
Think of a naked pantry as living on the edge. It relies almost entirely on fresh, highly perishable stuff. That requires immense, daily cooking motivation, and it carries a massive risk of food waste and emergency takeout runs. But a strategic pantry, that acts as your insurance policy. By stocking up on long shelf-life staples, you unlock these endless, effortless meal combinations that are ready whenever you are. It completely shields you from culinary burnout.
So what exactly goes into this strategic pantry? Well, keep long shelf-life grains, like quinoa and couscous, on deck, right alongside canned beans and a really robust spice rack. Having just a few versatile sauces in the fridge, say a green tahini or a pesto, can instantly transform a boring bowl of grains into an exciting dinner. And seriously, do not overlook frozen fruits and veggies. They have the exact same nutrient value as fresh produce, but they dramatically extend your eating timeline. It completely eliminates the stress of them going bad before you can eat them.
All right, Part 4, High-Efficiency Sheet Pan Cooking.
If you take nothing else away from this, remember the sheet pan dinner. It is the absolute ultimate low-effort, high-reward cooking technique. The formula is beautifully simple. Step 1, pick a lean protein, chicken thighs, a salmon fillet, or some tofu. Step 2, add versatile veggies that roast well. Think broccoli or diced sweet potatoes. Step 3, Hit it with some olive oil and your pantry seasonings. Toss it all on a single-rimmed baking sheet and roast it. That's it. You get maximum flavor, and your cleanup is literally one piece of cookware. Food bloggers rave about this method for a reason. The folks over at Pinch of Yum really hit the nail on the head. Minimal prep, fewer dishes, everything roasting together in the oven. Let the oven do the heavy lifting. There is this distinct sensory magic and, frankly, a massive psychological relief in just sliding one pan into the oven and walking away to decompress from your workday while dinner practically makes itself. And if you're wondering about portions, Harvard's Healthy Eating Plate recommends aiming for about 50% of your food volume to be colorful vegetables and fruits. The remaining half gets split evenly, 25% whole grains and 25% healthy proteins. If you just map your sheet pan ingredients to that simple visual ratio, you are practically guaranteeing a perfectly balanced, energy-boosting meal every single time.
Finally, Part 5. Smart Food Storage Secrets.
This is honestly one of the best kitchen hacks out there for preserving soft, fresh herbs, which are notoriously tough to keep alive in a small household. You want to treat them exactly like a bouquet of flowers. First, trim the bottom ends of the stems. Second, stand them upright in a jar filled with about an inch of shallow water. And finally, this is the most important part. Cover the leafy tops with a bag to restrict the airflow. Less air and a steady water supply will literally keep your soft herbs vibrant and fresh in the fridge for weeks instead of days. It's amazing.
Here's a huge pro tip when it comes to your leftovers. Do not just leave them sitting in the cooking pan on the stove. Pack tomorrow's lunch into a designated container tonight, immediately after you finish eating dinner. Not only does this secure your portions and keep the food from spoiling in the back of the fridge, but it's already packed and ready to go for the next day, and that buys you precious extra time to sleep in tomorrow morning.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I've got a challenge for you. Go look in your fridge right now. What one ingredient are you going to rescue tonight? Whether it's trying out that overlapping method on a half-used cabbage or just throwing some lingering veggies onto a sheet pan, you now have the actual system to stop the cycle of food waste. Start small, apply these frameworks, and go reclaim your kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy cooking.